Comeback kings again. Like, how many times will we see this on the road for Man United? That even this team needs charging up before, like, you concede one goal, you see all the sloppy movements that Pogba was making, not covering. McTominay was in no man's land, and this point of time comes out with an amazing victory. Like, if I had to rant properly, like, United are a team of two halves. Like, every first half, I think they need to settle into a game. That amount of time will be granted by no one in this Premier League. You cannot just base out your opinions on the fact that United are a bad team. United aren't a bad team. United are just so damn inconsistent. Just let me start with the tactical analysis as soon as possible. But commendable on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for pulling off 9 away victories on the trot. We'll come to that in a bit. Just let's see the first slide. Why United were hampered so much in this game. See West Ham's attacking prowess. See West Ham's defensive prowess. See, whenever Pogba has the ball, whenever one, two, three men behind in positions to press, and this is the condition of United's midfield. What is going Pogba with an oncoming play? What is he going to do with a pass? What is question Van de Beek's positioning here? Question Wan Bissaka is going on the wings. McTominay should either drop deep to form that backhand, and Martial or I don't probably Martial. What is he even doing there at that position? What is he even doing there? Should be higher up the pitch. Like every 3 yards there is a West Ham player. West Ham played immensely. Especially credit to Declan Rice. Especially credit to Declan Rice that he was such an amazing. He looked Rolls Royce in midfield. Like first half, because of Van de Beek's mostly. I personally feel that Van de Beek is more suited in that support striking role, not as a number 10, because you can currently see that just the substitution of Bruno Fernandes gave United that all important no tenants. And see, as I roll this on, see, even in this is the Maguire tackle. Like, even this defensive situation, if we counter this, see, Pogba is supposed to be the man covering. Pogba is supposed to be the man covering here. He lost the ball a while back, but he is supposed to be the man that is being covering here. Either way, if Maguire doesn't make this block, it is 1-0 dead center. It is 1-0 dead center. And Jared Bowen, the match he has had, I'm not sure how he didn't score a hat trick in this match. Moving on, see, many of you say that Martial had a tough game, especially because he did not have any support. See the number of players marking him. See, just only Cavani making a run. Pogba just coming into position by the time that space is closed. By the time this space is closed, Van de Beek also too near, and this is why I keep on pressurizing that United is always left side heavy. You ordinarily United of old would have you see a Wayne Rooney dropping deep and just swimming balls on the edge of the other half. Like, there are zero diagonals. If you don't play diagonals, how the hell are you going to stretch a defense? Man, seriously. See, Anthony Martial, when he has the ball, just one runner, and all of the other runners in an opposite position. See the amount of covering players. He is marked, he is double marked. Wan Bissaka is not interested. I don't know who that is, but how can you just counter this? How can you just counter this? West Ham just full on put up classic David Moyes full low blockade, and they were just playing on the counters. And we know, even David Moyes, as we know, that Alex Telles had been injured. He was not fully fit. He was giving away balls for very cheap reasons. Very cheap. The first goal, which happened because people was slandering Maguire and slandering me for backing my fucking hell, man, bloody hell. Even the 1984 Italy side had won so much on the Catenaccio system at Baresi Bergomi within. They also shipped in goals. They also bloody shipped in goals. You expect Maguire to be God or something like that? No, this is just Maguire. Yes, he is overpriced, that he has nothing to do. But apart from that, from the Spurs game, he was destinedly solid. He was destinedly solid. Check out the next slide here, sir. Sorry. Slide. This just shows that how overcrowded United's team is. Left side dependent. All men are back. United just cannot play against 3v3, 3-4-3. United just cannot play against 3-4-3. See the Leipzig match, outclassed. PSG alternating between a 3-4-3, outclassed. Again, first half outclassed. Cavani was shoehorned in as left wing. I back Ole on this because They did not expect Cavani to be playing majorly into the left wing because he had just drifted in and allowed Martial, because Martial was having a tough time against the right centre back Balbuena. Every time Martial came short for a pass, he was tackled. He was tackled without a support. He just like that. He could. There was Bruno Fernandes missing in the match from minute one. Like when Martial comes in, rams. You expect defenders to ram behind him because that's what Premier League defenders are: fast, fluent, and aggressive. He just did not have to no one to lay that one touch, and he's not a back to goal striker. And Cavani is there just exploiting his space. Suppose Cavani had scored, you all would have been raving Ole, but Cavani at left wing was a gamble that nearly paid off because just needed Martial a bit more into the game. As we roll this on, even right-sided Wan-Bissaka over here, I just have 16 or 17 slides. Wan-Bissaka over here, very less passing options on the right side and all left-facing players. Very less passing options. Even Pogba, when he lost, this is on the 40th minute after conceding the goal. Pogba, when he lost the ball, should be coming back and covering this man. Same thing over and over again. Like this guy, Paul Pogba, has the analytical brain of a cockroach. Legitly, he has the analytical brain of a cockroach at times. Like he's he's so much unidimensional. Second half is a different animal. But majority games we would have lost this against a quality opposition. We would have lost this with Paul Pogba in the midfield against a quality opposition. He has the analytical brain of a cockroach, and like this is a kind of a guy who will walk into an iPhone store, buy an iPhone 12, and leave his fridge empty. That's all I got to say. That's the post. That's all I got to say. Just one proper pass in and West Ham at 2-0 up just before half time. And this, my God, Wan-Bissaka, game-changing tackle, fabulous game-changing tackle. Like he miscontrols the ball over here, and as we roll on, such immense recovery pace, and he puts on. And this is not the first time we have seen Wan-Bissaka put on these kind of challenges. Extremely well timed, and like people who say Wan-Bissaka is not good enough to start and Diego Dalot needs to start, needs to watch these kind of things. Like I have not seen any other defender on the planet, on the bloody planet, do these kind of things. Last man challenge, he has done umpteen times. Without Wan-Bissaka, United wouldn't have been where they are. 3-0 or 2-0 over here, game over. Game just over. Over here, game just over. Even this chance, Paul Pogba is so much crowded out. West Ham did a brilliant job with Declan Rice in midfield. See, even over here, last time, even the PSG match I covered this, we are outnumbered in the box. How many times do you see United do that? We are just outnumbered in the box. How many times do you see it? He just has to play one or two through balls and any other defense will be caught. He's napping, and I don't know how United managed to do this, but it is because of this man. Yes, it is Bruno FC. It is Bruno Chester United. It was Penandes. It is now Bruno FC. It was Martial FC. It is now Bruno FC. This guy is the living region of Eric Cantona of what Man United had. I cannot seemingly have enough praises or adjectives to describe this guy, but he is immense in what he does. He understands football on such a different level as to compare to the rest of the squad. Like the whole squad looked alive when he came on. Amazing substitute, not just a substitution. We know what he's capable of, but it is definitely, this is what Manchester United stands for. And at this moment of time, it is Bruno Fernandes FC. Let's just back it up with some tactical analysis over here. See, okay, just a second. See, when he comes on, this is the 46th minute. United just changed their shape a bit. McTominay dropping in a bit deeper, Paul Pogba playing that, and Bruno, contrary to what Van de Beek was doing, he was so high up at times. He was even higher than Cavani or Martial. Bruno just played in the pockets and gave Declan Rice something to think about. Think about it. Declan Rice was running the game. Declan Rice was bloody everywhere, passing, fluent, everything. He was the engine room that was just being what we wanted a Matic or a McTominay to do. Just when Bruno Fernandes comes in, it is so much effluent. He's so effortless. This is beyond supremacy. Like, see, this is the Paul Pogba goal, and credits to him, man. What a turnaround! This is the goal from the first half. He hit one similar, but it was very weak. He does maar denge, jo marna hai maar denge. It was initially again Bruno anticipating Dean Henderson's clearance, going out wide and laying it off with a perfect laid off ball for Paul Pogba, and bam into the roof of the net. Wow! Even in the second goal, Mason Greenwood will get all the plaudits. Let me be assured. Mason Green, but remember the throw in. Alex Telles made the throw in. Bruno was the one who made that back heel. Yes, Bruno was the one who made that back heel, and that is what counted at the end of the day. See, in here over here, Rashford is sedentary, and this is why Mason Greenwood is such a brilliant striker. He may have a zero out of 10 performance, but he'll score you a hat trick. But he'll score you a hat trick. Such is his brilliance, and I do not want to see him wasted out on the wings. He is too precious a man to have not inside the box. Like he can have shot, he can play so wonderful with the back to goal, and it has been umpteen times that United have such a brilliant striker from their academy. I don't want to see wasting him on the wings. Ole, if you're listening, do this. Bruno lays it off from Alex Telles. Alex Telles whips the cross and magnanimous first touch, orgasmic first touch, lays it off and buries it in the back of the net. Typical Ruud van Nistelrooy-esque finish, or even a Robin van Persie, or even on his day a Dimitar Berbatov, where he was silky skilling his way, just immaculate. But the most important move of the match, the brilliant move of the match was this one. Bruno Fernandes. This might have not resulted in a goal. Rashford hit a ball. Like I have not seen people raving about Kevin De Bruyne, but this guy, look at him. He gets the ball, one touch pass, gets the ball, one touch through ball, and could have won 4-1. Such a brilliant passer. Even in the next clip, this is the third goal that Rashford chipped. Bruno Fernandes, this bastard has eyes on the back of his head. This bastard has eyes on the back of his head. I don't know in what way he can see Juan Mata. I just don't know in what way he's facing the ball. He's looking towards Rashford. I don't know in what way he can see Juan Mata here. And who else better than Juanito to play that pass? Magnanimous rule. It is meat and drink for him. This is tailor-made Manchester United counter-attack. Any good team tries to analyze this, but they can't stop this because the West Ham just played into their downfall. You know, David Moyes, like he was into the match. They didn't push for the second goal. Second half, Bruno came in. All of the West Ham team pushed back. Just they put 3 men around Bruno Fernandes, but they still could not mark him. Such an intelligent player. He can play with his back to goal. We have seen him. He can play off the shoulder. He can play behind the defensive midfielder. And once this Declan Rice was taken out of the game, West Ham struggled. West Ham were done for. There was nothing left. And Mata with a brilliant pass and Rashford with a dinged finish would do great for his confidence. And that's pretty much about it. That's pretty much about how Manchester United are playing these days. I know Leipzig will be a very difficult match on the weekend, but let's not forget that they played Bayern Munich, and that, as I was watching, ended in a 3-3 draw. Exclusive match, enterprising match, like good that Rashford and Bruno had that 45-minute break. I don't know how severe Martial is, but Martial is needed. You cannot expect to start Edinson Cavani at every match, but this is what this United team is capable of. You give them space, they will hit you on the counter attack. I'm so overjoyed at this fact that we can finally grind out games. I know that this is a Premier League, for fuck's sake, and you will concede goals. You can see very less teams having a clean sheet. Even Pep Guardiola's team concede goals. Even Chelsea's concede goals. But this is the Premier League, for heaven's sake. You will concede goals. And finally, 9 away wins on the trot, a new club record. Ole has bettered from the predecessor of what Manchester United coaches have done. Just commend him for this. Do not get into slandering. Commend him for this. Get behind him. Get behind your manager. And this is evident that he needs a right winger. Bruno Fernandes needs a right winger. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs a right winger. Bruno Fernandes will play even more better once that right winger is there and pulling away 2 men from him. Probably an Amad Diallo will suffice in January. I'm very excited to see him. Going out pretty well. Okay, that's pretty much about it. Let me go back to the celebrations. It's late at night at 1 a.m. right now at local time. Still, I've managed to do this video without waking up my neighbors or my dogs. Anyway, PL Weekly is on tomorrow. We'll do it at 8:30 p.m. I'll be hosting the event soon. And do bring in an FPL session. Alex Telles got me an assist. That was more than enough. And will be building up to the North London derby. Let's see who gets the upper hand, Jose Mourinho or prodigal son Mikel Arteta with Nemesis and Jesus Christ at the same time, Nicolas Pepe. Let's see. I hope that it is a super Sunday that we have in store. Let's just enjoy the Chelsea game for the moment. This is podcast with me. I hope you stick around, and let's see you tomorrow. Tomorrow 8 p.m. Come on, tada, bye.